Hello, I'm here to introduce you guys to an artist named Paul Klee. Paul Klee was born in Switzerland in 1879. He loved teaching and all kinds of art, music, writing, and painting, and even more. He actually grew up in a musical family before he grew up and decided he wanted to do more painting and artwork. His art is filled with bright colors, and some of it is abstract, which means it doesn't look like what it does in real life. It's full of shapes and colors instead. He also loved cats, and he painted and had many cats. Soon, he and his artist friends decided that they didn't want to just make their paintings look like photographs or copies of the real world. They wanted to use colors and shapes to give people feeling and emotions by being abstract. Paul Klee specifically used chalk, paint, and even crayons to make bright, glowing colors and give his paintings a sense of feeling. Paul Klee made paintings for his entire life. When he died in 1940, when he was 60 years old, he left behind at least 8,926 artworks.
Friends, so today what we are going to do is we are going to draw just like, did you guess Paul Klee? Yes, we are going to color just like Paul Klee, and we are going to imitate one of his art, which is the goldfish. Okay, so let's see the supplies that we need. We need paper, and we are using just half a paper. We need crayons, we need watercolor. Because we are using watercolor, we need some water, and I also have my pencil, okay, and I have a whiteboard first to practice draw the goldfish. And if you don't have a whiteboard, you guys can go grab a scrap paper. So goldfish, let me show you guys the goldfish Paul Klee drew, okay, or painted. So this goldfish, see, the goldfish is really looking like it is glowing in the water, right? Do you see that? Do you see the patterns, or the do you see the lines and designs he made for the scales on the fish? Do you see how he made the fins? And can you see the water, the ripples, right? And there are some more fishes around this big fish. And what we'll do is we'll just draw one big fish, not a small fish, and because we'll be drawing the fish, this big one, right? So maybe this style. Okay, so I will show you guys how to draw the fish in the style of Paul Klee. So what we'll do is we'll place the paper. When we are using this, the paper should be placed in the landscape style. But when we start drawing, I like to draw, because the shape of the fish, how we are going to get is we are going to make a C on the paper. Okay, so you guys all know how to make C, right? And then you will make a backward C. So it's like a circle. It's a big fat fish. Okay, now what we can do is we can turn this around, and then maybe which part is pointy? Should we make this the mouth? Maybe this part can be made the mouth. I'm going to make it a little bit more pointy. Okay, and then here I'm going to add two lines coming out like that, and then I'm going to connect it. That is the tail. So Paul Klee, he used to so now you would be wondering, we already know how to draw a fish like this, right? Why is Miss J teaching us this again? The reason is Paul Klee used to like imitating the style the kids did. So some of the fishes that he drew resemble how a kid would draw the fish. So now he used to draw both the eyes. So he used to put a line, a circle for the eye, and a line, and then another circle, and then so this circle is going to be bigger because this eye is closer to you and this is a little bit small. Okay, and then he used to draw the mouth. That was his style. And then he used to add the scales. So how did he do that? He used to draw lines like that. You can either make triangles like this, because some of his fish had triangle shape like that on top of the line. So you'll make a C and then make triangles like that. Or you could make it connected with C's like this, whichever way you like. So he used to do this. And then there's lines like this, and on the belly he just added lines like this to make sure. Got it? So this is how he made the fish. So, and then we don't want the fish to be just fish, right? What else do you see underwater? Do you see, you can see plants underwater, right? So what we're going to do is we are going to draw the simplest plant that he drew, maybe this one. So one long line, another line, maybe one here, one here. And then what does he do? He just add small lines like that. And all these lines go all the way down. See, it goes to the bottom of the paper. And then you put a circle around it. Isn't it easy? You'll see. This is so easy, Mrs. J. We could do this. Then next, let's draw some ripples in the water, just like he did here. Can you see the ripples? Yeah, so we are going to add the ripples in the water. Not too many. Okay, so do you think you are ready now to draw the fish on the paper? If you want to practice draw this one more time on the whiteboard or on your scrap paper, go ahead, do that. And you can pause the video, or you can rewind and then go back and do that and then come back. And then once you're done and when you're ready, we are going to take the paper. The paper, we'll be putting the fish this way, but we'll be drawing first like this, right? And remember, one big fish. So the fish should be, when you hold both your hands together like this, it should be that size. Okay, so I'm going to draw a C. I'm going to draw a backwards C. So, see? Yeah. And now I'm going to turn it around. If you need to erase some of the pencil lines to get it right, I do it twice. You can do that. Okay. Now I'm going to look at the pointy part. The pointy part is where the mouth is going to be. The other part is going to where the tail is going to be. So this is the pointy part. I'm going to make a circle, a line like that, a bigger circle than the first one, and the mouth, right? Then let's draw the tail, 2 lines like that. It's not straight, it's going like this. And then you're going to connect it, right? So after you're done with this much, you're not going to use the pencil anymore. You can put it away. You're going to take your crayon. So the colors, what are the colors of a goldfish? Yellow, orange, and maybe you can use a little bit of red, right? So I'm going to use orange, yellow, and red right now. And then on the plants, Paul Klee used white to draw the plants so that it will stand out more. I'm going to use the light green today. And then for the water, I'm going to use blue. Okay, so I have the colors that I need. Now let's make the pattern. So the eyes, I'm going to make it orange and red. So the inside part, I'm going to make it yellow, a yellow circle. Can you guys see that? Around that, I'm going to make it orange. Orange. And around the orange, I'm just going to make it look like a sun. Okay, now this line and this line you can make with the red. Now let's make the scales. The scales again you can make with yellow or orange. I'm going to make it with yellow because I think yellow would be looking nicer. So I'm going to make the C. They are not touching. One big C, small c, one big, one more big, one more big. Okay, and then I'm going to make the this is U, or you can connect it with V, right, to make the triangle. So you decide what you're going to put. I have the scales. Now here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take orange. I'm going to make small lines like this on his belly. Small lines, not too long. Okay, now on the fin, not on the fin, the tail, I'm going to use red. Right? So we are done drawing the fish. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my orange crayon and then outline the lines. Okay, now if you want, okay, you can put this away now, and then I'm going to grab the green, I'm going to make those lines for the plants, the underwater plants. Short, long, short. Then I'm going to make smaller lines coming down like that. Guys, can you guys say Paul Klee along with me one time? Paul Klee. Yeah, I'm going to color inside this green. You want one more here maybe? This one. You need to press a little bit too hard today because the colors will show nicer if you push hard. Okay, I'm too tired after pushing. Now let's draw the ripples. Okay, so it is like wavy lines like that. Okay, this many is enough. So now let's put the crayons back because we are done using the crayons. All the crayons back. Then what we're going to do next is we are going to take a watercolor. Open sesame. I'm going to take my brush, and what color are we going to use? We are going to use red here, okay? Because orange will not be too bright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip my brush in water, take 1, 2, 3 drops of water in red. To make this, I'm going to swirl it a few times, maybe 5 times. Okay, I think I have enough paint. Now what I'm going to do next is, see that I'm holding my brush in the right way. Okay, just above this handle, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go along the line, dip when the paint runs out, and then paint, dip and paint, dip in the paint. I think I'll put some water in orange also. Maybe I'll make it like orangish red. I'm going to take orange now. I'm going to go over this. I want it to be a bright orange. That's why I put red first. So orange alone looks so light. So I'll go grab some red and then put it on top. But I'm not, see how I'm using the brush? When the brush is dry, I dip it in water and then I come back and then put. So after I put 1 layer of red, if it is too wet, I have to wait. Otherwise the paper is going to rip. And then I'm going to put orange on top. Okay, and then here the tail is also done. See that you don't go outside the line. Okay, once the color dries, it will become a little more brighter. Okay, so we are done coloring the fish. Now what we need to color is, we need to color the water. What color did you see? What color did Paul Klee use? He used black, right? So I'm going to put some water in black, maybe 3 drops in black. Swirl the black color. And then when I'm coloring, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a fence around the fish because I don't want the paint to run on the fish. And I don't want a black fish. I want my fish to be a goldfish. And then after I make a fence, I paint the rest. So when your brush is dry, again, you can go back and then take some more water and then dip back in black and then paint. So it's going to take a little bit more time because our brush is small and we have to paint a bigger area. But it's okay, maybe you can listen to your favorite music, or maybe you can listen to me and then you can paint. Okay, so how many of you have a pet at home? When my daughter was small, she had a goldfish as a pet, but we don't have a pet anymore. When I was small, I had so many different pets. Like I had a cat for some time, then I had dogs, and then yeah, cats and dogs, and I even had a rooster as a pet. So I was that kid who had a lot of pets, but I didn't have all at the same time because it would be so difficult to take care, right? My friends, see that you're holding the brush in the right area, not on the middle part, but just above. And see that you are holding your brush like you're holding your pencil. So, and paint in the same direction, like left to right. And see, when we are painting over the crayon, the water pushes away. The water is pushed away by the oil in the crayon, right? And then you can still see the things that we do with the crayon. That is the fun part, right? So if you think you need to put one more layer on top of anything like the fish or anything, you need to wait for it to dry. before you put another layer. The reason is the paper, actually this is not a paper artists used for watercoloring. So this paper cannot take too much water, it will rip. So you need to wait. Okay, so this is how it looks now. I'll have to wait for this. Okay, some color from the bottom got here. So you'll have to wait for this to dry, and then once it dries, you are going to take a picture, and then you are going to email me in the email address that I'm going to put in the end. And please do put the name of the school also. And then what I need you guys to do is, before you put this away, I need you guys to wash your brush. When you're washing, see that the brush is like, pretend that this is a broom and it is sweeping the floor, it is touching the floor of the container, and then you wipe the excess water off, and you can put it in the side. If your palette is dirty, like you have splattered paint, then you need to clean your palette with a paper towel. My palette is actually dirty. I need to clean it up. So, and then you are going to, are you going to close the palette right now? No, because what will happen is there is water in there still, and if you close it right now, it's going to get moldy. Okay, so hope you guys had fun drawing this goldfish along with me in the style of Paul Klee. Paul Klee, yeah, I'm just forgetting again. I'm thinking it's Paul Klee. No, it's Paul Klee. So let's say Paul Klee one more time. Paul Klee, yes, and then see you next time. Bye-bye.